yeah, the question is how do you actually do that when someone say in your face? How do you react humbly and yet still have conviction of truth? I guess I don't have the answer to every single situation, but here's a principle that I see in Jesus. I think Jesus was able to distinguish his view on truth from his relationship to people. I think one can have an attitude of humility, but that's about how one relates to people that one disagrees with. In fact, Jesus didn't just tolerate people he disagreed with, he radically loved and died for people he disagreed with. You don't get much more humble than that. But he'd never back down on his convictions in terms of ideas and truth. He was willing to state what seems like so exclusive and intolerant to claim as, I am the way, the truth, and life. No one comes to the Father but through me. Those sound like very exclusivistic, harsh, intolerant words. But yet Jesus, as he demonstrates a life out of that, I am the way, truth, and life, lives as a very humble, loving, self-sacrificial human being. So it's the difference between how we treat people and how we respond to people's ideas, I think. That's one way to...
And one thing that really helps with that is to always remember, especially when you're being confronted hostilely by somebody about a belief issue, that all your life and worth and significance and value comes from Jesus Christ, not the rightness of your beliefs. So you can let go. You don't need to be proven right here. You just give why you believe what you believe and whatever, but you don't get life from that, and that frees you. Here's a true thing about Eckhart Tolle's book. If you want, just to show you that I didn't throw out the baby with the bathwater, he's got a great analysis of how the ego gives itself life by its beliefs, and how that has created harm throughout history. And when we identify with our beliefs to the point where we think it is ourself, well, that's when we get angry and defensive and nasty, and we stop listening, we stop talking, it screws up communication. And so he does a good job of deconstructing that. The one absolute belief that could never possibly lead to hatred and violence is the belief that love is the ultimate reality. And my job is to manifest that. To live in love as Christ loved me and gave. That's the one absolute. Love your enemies. If that absolute could never lead to the wars that we have. Every other belief, every ideal, whatever you have, could eventually, and most have eventually, led to some sort of violence and hatred and strife and things of the sort.